So it's been about a week since we got to try out Tekken 8 closed beta tests, and I wanted to make a review on the CBT. This is the first time I'm ever doing a review on a game, but so this might be a bit short than the usual reviews. But yeah, let's just jump into it. Starting with the good ones, the graphics. Oh yeah, this is a completely different game comparing to Tekken 7, and this honestly looks more like a PS5 Xbox Series game than Tekken 7 was. Because in my opinion, Tekken 7 did not look like a PS4 game. It honestly looked more like a PS3 game. The stages look really good as well. Even though we don't have the full game yet, but like I feel like every stage in the CBT were actually really good, and graphical wise it's like, yeah, it's really amazing. A huge upgrade compared to the Tekken 7 stages. I think they really did great with the soundtracks on the stages as well. Fight Launch was really a welcoming feature to like the casuals and the beginners who tries out Tekken for the first time. However, I can see this being compared to Street Fighter 6 thingy. I actually don't know the actual name for it. I'm terribly sorry. And customizing your avatar, it kind of reminds me of Xbox 360 dashboard avatars if you grew up with Xbox 360 yourself or had a friend who had it. And also we didn't have access to Tekken Ball on Fight Launch, but that will be available on the full release. So I feel like they can possibly do maybe even more for Fight Launch in the future. Who knows? This is the first time they also feature in crossplay, for Tekken at least. Street Fighter 5 was with that in 2016, so it has been there for a while, but for Tekken wise they haven't done it until now. So I think it's also a welcoming feature as well. I haven't played Street Fighter 5 or 6, so I can't really give an opinion about crossplays in fighting games, so if any of you have played Street Fighter 5 or 6, let me know in the comments below what do you think about the crossplay. And that's it for me when it comes to the positive things on the CBT. And now here comes the negative parts about the CBT, for me personally. I think the majority of us will agree on this, but the netcode really wasn't really that good on the CBT. It kinda reminds me almost the same as Tekken 7's netcode. Maybe slightly worse even. There was almost one of the rare cases I got really good connections with anyone, like really good, without any like either delay inputs or rollback frames. There was rarely one of those. Also, this doesn't have to be like connection wise. There could also be your computer as well, if you're running the game on either too high settings or your PC in general cannot just run the game on the lowest settings. It could honestly be a PC issue if you have not the best specs for the game. I played the game on default high settings because I wasn't really sure if I could run it higher, but in all honesty, as long as I can run the game on high settings, I don't necessarily have to have ultra settings. But also, at the end, it's just the beta version of the game, so anything could change until the full release, obviously. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like backdashing in this game is very off. Like, literally off. It feels like I'm almost playing Tekken 4 again. Because, if you know, you can't really backdash cancel in Tekken 4. As I would like to call it, no backdash allowed gaming. I really hope this does not stay in the full release. I hope they will consider changing the backdash so we can actually at least backdash, you know? Also, is this just me, but I really think like chip damage in Tekken shouldn't be a thing. Especially when you introduce the heat mechanic into the game, I feel like chip damage is honestly it shouldn't be there. And also, speaking about heat mechanics, I really do not, I don't know, I just don't like the heat mechanics in this game. On top of having chip damage and the backdashing being really stiff, I feel like heat, you're basically pushing to be more aggressive than ever, and here I thought Tekken 7 was aggressively enough game, but Tekken 8, I think it's becoming more of an aggressive game than ever. And rewarding by playing defense is almost as non-existent in Tekken 8. That's pretty much what I get the impression with how the current status is for Tekken 8. So how would you balance this? I think chip damage should be taken off immediately. Like, they shouldn't have any chip damage whatsoever. That shouldn't be a norm. Maybe slightly adjusting the heat mechanics. Apparently during the CNT it was even worse. The heat mechanics were even more busted than the CBT. I did not play the CNT for the record, so I can't really say much about CNT. But apparently they have tuned down the heat mechanics for the CBT, and who knows, they might tune it down a bit more at full release. But yeah, generally, like, improve the backdash as well as just get rid of chip damage in general. I think personally, I think Tekken 8 will be a better game. Right, so that's all the bad things that I've experienced or personally experienced with the CBT. Overall thoughts, I think, in all honesty, I'm looking forward to the games when it comes out. I feel even though I feel like I've been more negative part about Tekken 8 so far, but in all honesty, I feel like I'm seeing the bright side of Tekken 8 at least. And if you ask me about balance, like the characters in the game, in all honesty, I honestly couldn't care less, because this is a beta version. Anything could change with the character as how stupid and broken they are. So I don't really have any opinions about certain characters and the balancing. So I'm not gonna mention any of those really. So there you go. There's my full review on Tekken 8 closed beta test. I hope you enjoyed this little review. And yeah, and that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoy it. And I'll see you next time.